One thing that makes it a little bit difficult to deal with a custom function with a group by is that it is difficult to see what is going on inside of that custom function. So you can't actually go in and control it line by line and have it output to the Jupyter Notebook screen like you can with a normal data frame. So you have to kind of trust your skills on what's happening inside of this custom function. This is true whether it's a custom aggregation function or for filter or for transform, or just any custom function that goes into any of these other group by methods. So one thing that I like to do is to actually just display the data frame, the group data frame, or it could be the series, as you are executing it. So I'll show you what I mean by this. So here is our data frame df. And let's just say we want to figure out what is going on inside of this custom function. We want to have some visibility. So what you can do is create a custom function with a print statement inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to just print this data frame out to the screen. So nothing's going to happen right now. I'm just going to define this custom function. I'm going to call it find total 2. Now when I pass it to here, you'll see what is actually happening. So pandas is taking this, and it's just this is that sub data frame that I'm talking about, and it is then this is the actual result of the call to the filter method. Now you can also print out anything else you want over here. So you can say, all right, well, what is the sum of this? And when you print it out, you can see, all right, the sum is 12 over here. So you can keep having print statements to see what is going on. So you can print each and every command that you're doing here. Now this might be a lot of stuff going on for each group. So you might get a lot of output. So you have to be a little bit careful here. There's ways to you can actually force an error if you want, just so that you don't have all of this output if you have like thousands of different groups. But anyways, the main idea is to use a print statement inside of the custom function so you can see what is actually going on. All right, so you can actually get a nicer display. This is a little bit more complex Python over here. It uses the IPython display module, and essentially what it does is it adds some style, uses that style accessor for data frames. It puts a little caption on it, and it'll put these data frames over here side by side in the output, and I'll show you what it does. So here I've created a new function. This is actually a decorator here. So what you do is you take your custom function and you decorate it by this display wrapper. And then when I apply it to it, and you have to give it some, one other thing is you have to give it a dictionary over here to just contain all of the HTML and keep track of the current count. So this will limit the number of groups to display. So if you have 1,000 groups, this will just limit it to the first 8. So you can control that over here by setting that to a higher or just a different number. If a group is more than 10 rows, it'll only display a maximum of 10 rows, so you won't get an enormous amount of output as well. So here we go. So this displays each group, so you can see each group as it's passing through your custom function over here. So you just write your custom function the same way, and you just decorate it with this decorator. You'll get some nice output over here. And then, again, this is the final value right here of what is actually returned. This is just display to help you going on. You can see, all right, this is group A, this is group B, and so forth. So it's a nice little function you can add. If you want, you can just copy and paste this into your pandas, into your Jupyter notebooks if you want to work with something like this, just so you can get a nicer display and see what is actually going on inside of my custom function.